YouTube? This is Roy.
This is Joey.
And we have Zane with us again.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about playing what's winning versus playing what you like to play. And if you guys haven't seen his Budget Necros profile, go check it out. So we're going to let him start out with this.
Okay, so the biggest thing is if you're not a competitive player, which we're all in school, so
We have no money.
I don't feel like we're competitive players. I'm competitive to a point, but I'm never like, I'm going to go, because I know people who are always going to tournaments, who are playing the best deck, the best side deck, doing topping, all this other stuff, getting sponsorships. That to me just sounds boring. At a root, this is still a card game, so I feel like, yeah, the meta's fun, kind of, if that's your thing.
For a little bit.
I guess. Like, if you want to be that guy who, when you're playing with your friends, you can't let them play because your deck is so fast, your deck is, like, insane and all this other stupid stuff. I mean, yeah, you could be that guy. But, I mean, at my roots, I still play for fun. My decks, at a competitive standpoint, aren't the strongest, I guess. I mean, I guess I build my decks fast, but all in all, I still build decks that I want for fun. Like, my lifelong project, well, not lifelong, but the project I've been going for about 2.5 to 3 years right now, is I'm still trying to build Gagagas because that was the deck that got me into the game again. I really, really want to build it, but it's not consistent ever. I like try different builds, it doesn't work. I still have fun with it, but then it's like at the end of the day, it goes back into the binder because it just makes me sad because I can't play it.
Alright, we've kind of talked about this a little bit in some of our other videos, but I kind of wanted to bring it up in this one again. And that is, most meta decks are copies of each other. Like, you have like 35 cards that you have to play, and then you get like 5 cards where if you feel like being risky, you can throw some random tech in. But it's like, when you're playing the same deck over and over and over against another deck that's the same version over and over and over, I can see why that would get boring. And I don't know, I kind of like it for fun too. One, it's cheaper, so yay, my wallet doesn't hurt as much. But again, yeah, it's a card game, so I feel like it needs to be, you need to play more decks that are fun rather than what's just winning. Unless you're, of course, being paid to do this, then by all means play the best deck.
Yeah.
I mean, back before Duelist Alliance came out, me and Zane were talking. I think we were like driving somewhere, and with like Yangzing, Shadows, and that other deck, you're like comparing them all to the decks of like a year ago, and they're like exact matches. They're just recycling old ideas. They have the OTK deck, the stun deck, the stall deck. It's just
The rank 4 spam.
There's just simply not enough ideas. Like, they've been going for a lot of years now. Like, everything's gonna be repetitive to a point, but I mean, this is a card game. Have fun.
I mean, for fuck's sake, there's a bunch of archetypes. You don't have to play what's in the meta. Like, how many? There's so many cards in this game. There's so many cards that work together. Like, just find something that you like. It doesn't have to be like Necros. It doesn't have to be Clifford's. It doesn't have to be Burning Abyss. It doesn't have to be that stuff. You can play like Jirax. Like, no one plays Jirax. No one plays Evolves because the deck is.
I would, but no one has the stuff to trade for.
That's true. Like, just like the old random decks that don't get complete, like Gorgonix, which is something I'm trying to build. Just random commons that came out of packs that everyone looks past. Star Seraphs, since they are getting the new support, but Stellars will use that, which is kind of
And Shadows.
Yeah, and Shadows. I don't know how the Shadows would work, but that's just the personal
Just
thing.
the same engine you put in Star Seraphs, and you can, like, Scepter's a broken card.
Yeah.
And then you just more contract
fodder.
Yeah, that word.
And the other thing is, like, the meta is boring. Like, using just this deck that is, this is what you do and this is how you do it, is kind of just, you go online, you see what's good, and you build that. A lot of a lot of the decks that are in the meta right now, or people that top, none of their recipes are originals. They're all just, this is what some guy won with, let's go with it. And there's maybe a couple tech choices, but I mean, with the big decks, the only tech choices are gonna be in the side. And I doubt the side deck is any different from each other. Main for Necros is always the same, main for Clifford's is always the same, main for Burning Abyss is always the same. You do the same stuff. It's just repetitive and boring.
I mean, when you're playing the same decks against each other, like mirror matches, it's just who draws better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the fun in, like, it's boiled down completely to luck. Like, what's the fun in that when you're playing the exact same deck with with a few cards different? Like, oh, I drew better cards, I win. So yay, next match.
And the other thing too is just like you can have fun without winning. That's the biggest thing I think people need to get over is like, yeah, you can win. Wanting to win is fine. I hate losing sometimes, but it's okay to lose. As long as you have fun while you're playing, that's all that matters.
Yeah, building off that, I actually prefer to lose unless I'm being paid to play, of course, which I haven't been and I probably never will be. But
You never know, man. You never
know. Yeah, you never know. But I prefer to lose because then I know something's wrong with my deck, and then I can take a look at it and try to fix it and keep changing it. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to just have one fixed deck and then just run with that, because eventually it's just going to fall apart. And I like losing. I mean, I don't like losing all the time. I like a win here and there, but I like losing more because then I learn more from the game, and I think that's better than winning sometimes.
You have to keep in mind, me and Roy are scrubs. We've been playing for like a year, so we don't actually know anything about. We don't actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
so
I've played for 3.5 years or so.
Yeah, listen to Zane. He's the
Yeah,
expert.
ruler format was the
Don't-
worst. This format is fine. Ruler format was I hated that format. I think everyone hates
Like that format couldn't have been fun at all.
Have you ever seen that deck at full speed?
Yeah.
I don't like. I've seen it.
Ridiculous.
It's scary. Like it's just ridiculous. But
Oh, hey, look, I have a big eye. Next turn, hey, I have a Draco. I have 2 Draco
I have
stacks.
big
Oh yeah,
eye.
by the way,
I'm-
I'm drawing 12 cards.
I big eye your big eye, 2 big eye your Draco sack. Fun times.
Also, in phase, during my in phase, I draw 12 cards. Oh, look, it's already at the end of my in phase. I don't have to discard. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Oh, I drew another super rejuve. Okay, I'm gonna draw more cards because I can chain in the middle of my in phase because that's a thing.
Yeah. So enough of us complaining about stupid decks. So just have fun. This is a card game. Don't take it super seriously and be that guy that just pisses everyone off.
Unless you're being paid to, of course.
Yeah, if you're being paid, I'll by all means be
Yeah.
that guy. You can be that guy. You are justified. But
But
just
at that point, you don't even own any of the cards. They're just people.
People
Play
are
this
just
deck.
like-
yeah.
hey, this deck is new.
Here's your stuff.
Here's your
Go
stuff.
play.
Go top.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Just have fun. Like, build stupid decks. Like,
Ice barriers or
yeah,
Onyx
build
or-
that. Yeah, build that shit deck.
There's just 2 decks, 3 decks. Just keep in mind, please don't play because some people, especially me and Joey, hate. And that
More
is
so
Dark
Roy.
Worlds. Dark
I
Worlds.
played Dark Worlds.
That's why I
Played.
hate it. Light Sworns and Boojins.
Light
In
Sworns
fact,
aren't-
rip up all the Boojin cards you
Light
own.
Swords aren't bad. It's just
Light
JD
Swords-
is a
Yeah, just
dumb
rip up
card.
JD.
Yeah,
You play
just
the
play
rest.
without JD. That's fine. I love Light Swords. I hate that card. It's so stupid.
Makes the deck sacky. Like, that's the reason people don't like. The Boojins just it's too autopilot.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't play Solitaire anymore, which kind of sucks.
If you like the content that you just saw, you can click over here on all these other links and check out the rest of our channel.
And if you liked our stuff, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and tell us what you thought in the comments below.